energetic explosion Ganbaruger is one of those anime titles that, even though you translate it, still doesn't really make sense. It was also overdubbed as Energy Bomb in various regions. This is an early 90s single-series show that mixed the mecha sensibilities of Gundam with a more supernatural, magic-based ninja styling. It sounds like a lot to take in, but is really quite a mindless shonen affair aimed at teenage boys, so you can expect a ton of explosions and kick-ass fighting sequences. Picture to yourself what a side-scrolling beat-em-up game based on this might look like, and you're probably right. Pick between various different mechs and walk from left to right, occasionally dropping down, punching and kicking whatever enemy you're accosted by, if you want to. Most enemies can be jumped over to preserve health if you feel like sparing them. After not too long a time, literally around a minute on each stage, you'll come across that level's boss, which you do the same thing to. There are only 4 levels, each with their own enemies. The bosses range from a giant praying mantis to a crab thing to what looks like a 4-legged dinosaur. You'll travel underwater, through ancient Egypt, to the top of some mountains, typically only battling 2 or 3 enemies before you get to the end. There's even less in the last level. It's literally just a mini-boss fight followed by the final boss. At least the controls work and feel pretty tight. However, the boss fights aren't even challenging. They barely attack you, and you'll quickly realize that the only attack you need is a jump kick for basically everything in the game. Nothing has a defense for it, and you can simply force everything back up against the wall while you repeatedly smack them silly. It's mad. I've never seen anything like this. You keep waiting and waiting for the game to start, but it never does, and then it's over. The levels being so short and so easy, your HP bar being so incredibly generous, and the boss fights being one-dimensional and, in actuality, quite dull, means even first-timers can complete this game in 10 minutes. There has to be some positive though, right? Well, indeed, there is. Sure, the gameplay basically boils down to nothing, but the music and graphics throughout are rather excellent. While there are no real foregrounds to speak of, there's no real platforming, you're just walking to the right. Each area has its own backdrops that are brilliantly drawn, and the accompanying soundtrack is high energy and cleverly put together, with some interesting time signatures and powerful bass lines. A short review for a really short game. Can I recommend it to you? Well, if you're wanting a game that you can beat during the commercial break to your favorite anime, then I guess so.